Every year, Americans spend a considerable amount of money for soil and fertilizer products for their garden. Every year, many of these same Americans throw away hundreds of dollars worth of kitchen scraps that could be turned into a valuable material that can be used in their yards and gardens. Through composting, you can cut down the amount of organic waste that you throw away and put that material into your yard and garden, thereby reducing the amount of money spent on fertilizers. It's a win-win situation for everyone. Hello, I'm Richard Parrish. I'm the County Extension Agent for Agriculture and Natural Resources with the Texas A&M AgriLife Extension Service in Leon County. Today let's talk about compost. Well, what is compost? The process of composting is a natural process. It's a natural process of decomposition. If we think about it, leaves fall from trees. Grass clippings are left on the lawn after the grass is mowed. Where do those leaves and grass clippings go? Living plants die over time. What happens to the remains of those plants? All of that organic matter, the leaves, the grass clippings, the plant material, all of that organic matter breaks down or decomposes through the process of composting. So what you end up with is a rich, dark brown, crumbly, soil-like material that results in compost. So that's compost. It's the broken down material from organic matter, plants, vegetables, that makes compost. Well, what's the benefit of composting? Why would I want to compost? Well, by composting, by utilizing compost, it assists in reducing fertilizer applications. Compost is rich in nutrients, so if I apply that compost, I might not have to spend as much on fertilizer because I'm getting my nutrient source from compost. Compost also saves and conserves water in the garden and in the yard. The organic matter that's left in that compost helps to trap that water and keep it in your yard, in your garden for longer periods of time. Also, composting helps to decrease the volume of waste entering our landfills. So there's several reasons why it's a good thing to compost. So we've talked about the benefits of composting, why we might want to compost. Let's talk a little bit about the composting process. Compost can be made from leaves, from grass clippings, from vegetable and fruit scraps. It can be made from coffee grounds, coffee filters, tea bags, wood chips, straw, small twigs, shredded paper, almost anything that contains organic matter. Tiny microorganisms do most of the work in breaking down that organic matter into smaller and smaller components. Those tiny microorganisms include certain bacteria and fungi. But those bacteria and fungi, while they do most of the work, they don't do all the work. There are several types of soil animals, such as worms and pill bugs and ants, to name a few, that also contribute a valuable role in the composting process. Microorganisms and soil animals that turn organic matter into compost require many of the same nutrients that plants need, especially nitrogen. Most of these nutrients are derived from that decomposing organic material that's in a compost pile. Eventually, these nutrients are returned to the soil either through the dying of these microorganisms or through the passing of waste product through the soil animals. So these nutrients are returned to the soil to be used again by trees, by grass, by other plants. This is nature's way of recycling. There are several landscape uses for compost. Many people use compost as a mulch, either spread around their plants or spread out through their flower beds. They'll use it as a mulch. Compost can also be mixed into the soil whenever you're planting a new plant. Either way is the proper way to use compost. Compost provides an almost constant source of fertilizer for your plants, and it's an excellent soil conditioner. The organic matter in compost helps plants grow by helping to loosen the soil and providing improved aeration and drainage in that root zone where those plants are growing. Compost also improves the soil's ability to hold water and to reduce the frequency that you need to water your lawn, your garden, or your flower beds. So using compost can help eliminate or reduce the amount of work you have to do later on. Compost has most of the nutrients that plants require for growth. Through using compost regularly, it can greatly reduce the need for chemical fertilizers. It can also help your vegetable garden, your flower garden, your landscape flourish.